Well, here we go. Foil it. Energy Q radiant barrier. This is a house that we're looking at that basically burned for 1 hour and 35 minutes. That was 1 hour and 35 minutes. As you walk through the house here, structurally on the outside, you'd never tell there was a fire. This homeowner was gone on vacation. As you progress through the house, you're going to see the fire started right here on the wall. There was a wire issue. And scanning the house, you really, no structural damage at all to this home. After an hour and 35 minutes, they've already removed the table. Their dining room table was fine. This house was well over 1,000 degrees. Everything plastic in the home melted. As I scan across the room, this is where the fire basically started. This is where it was contained. And if you look on the wall, right over, I'll zoom in here, that is where the thermostat was down in this room area. And if you can kind of see, the fire started burning. There was an electrical fire right in this area. Well, the fire smoldered, eventually started burning, went up through the wall area, and you can kind of see in the ceiling where it really started to burn right here, and it went up right into that bedroom. On the other side of this wall is the bedroom. You can kind of see where the fire went up into the attic area, just kind of worked its way up through the floor here, totally scorched. And the material is right above the product. And as we scan back, this is the TV, so after an hour and 35 minutes, the material just contained it. If you look around here, basically there was a fan there, just totally melted. As we come back in here, we're going to scan back into the kitchen area. And basically this house just has a lot of smoke damage. And the reason for it, because the AC was on and it just shot the smoke all throughout the house. Most all the plastic, down here, but the downstairs, most of the heat went upstairs. So, most of the downstairs really wasn't that, would damage, just a lot of smoke damage. And, as you progress through here, but this is just the amazing part. There's the actual ceiling fan that was there, and they're just in the process of demolishing, just getting it redone. And as you walk into, this is the master bedroom, and as you walk in here, you can kind of see there's the ceiling fan just melted. And up through here, you can look up here as we walk into the bathroom. If you look up in the ceiling, there's the material still there, just sitting there. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to move back over in here, over into the room, and you can look up into the attic area. You can look up into the attic area, and over in here you can see the material, but the material got so hot in the attic. And then here is the ceiling, where you just look at the trusses, and there's nothing wrong with the trusses because the fire never penetrated the living space. I'm going to go climb up into the attic area just above the kitchen, area, and you can see just all the beams. The fire just does it just went straight to the ceiling. The roof, nothing really structurally damaged to the roof. It just simmered, and you can kind of see through here that it just burned. There's a piece of duct. But as you scan across the attic area, here's the material. It never really made it down through the material. But as we scan across the attic area, it's hard, there's no electricity here. But if you just look on this roof, nothing really wrong with the trusses over here. Everything's fine. And again, remember, this house burned for an hour and a half. That's what the fire department determined. And over here you can see kind of where the materials just laying normally. There was no water damage in here again in this house. And again, we predict that it was so hot that the water evaporated prior to it ever getting into the home. And this is just above the master bedroom. So if somebody was sleeping there was plenty enough time for somebody to get out or get all their belongings. Here is the wall. You can see here's the wall system that we looked at from the other room. Really no fire there, but the fire in a sense just kind of came up through this wall, went up through the cavity, and then just went up through here, and the material reflected the heat back up into the fire, maintaining it up into this attic space. But yet from the outside, structurally, you'd never tell that there was a fire. Just amazing what transpired here. Okay. And if you want to pull this ladder, let's pull this ladder out into the garage. And we'll go up into the garage and they can edit all this stuff out. Okay. And here we are right now. It's really hard to see. There's no electricity. But here is the wall system. Nothing wrong with it. Now we're back into the garage area where you can kind of see it. Here's the fire. There's the wall going into the home. Insulation, normal. Come to material. There's the material. And again, the areas that got so hot, it kind of melted the polyethylene in the product. But as you scan down here, now we're right over the garage area, the material, it's normal. Nothing wrong with it. Again, never allowed the fire to come back down into this area. So if you had plenty of time to get out of the home. And as we just scan across the attic space, it's just amazing. Over an hour and a half of it burning, and nothing really here on this roof system. Going back over here to the air ducts, and here we are again on the other side of the master bedroom, looking back over into the lighted area. Material's just perfect. And again, there is the wall system, and how the fire pretty much progressed, up into the attic area, and it really never got past about 8 feet from where it really started burning. And as you progress down through here, it never came back down into the house. The material just didn't let it. And this is what we experienced in the D.R. Horton house that burned for over 30 to 40 minutes, a model home. The fire never penetrated the ceiling. Just amazing. And here's a closer look. The material's just as new as it was when we put it in prior to the fire. And unbelievable. Okay. All right. And again, here we are again. And there's my helper. I know you'll edit this part out.
Yes, please.
Her rear end. So if you have to go to the bathroom, just go into the bathroom in one of these bathrooms and just get yourself set up there. Stay down. Go in the bathroom, in the master bathroom. Just go to the bathroom somewhere. Just stay downstairs. Sally, here, go to the bathroom up here in this toilet. It's all burned, sweetie. I already told you. You should have gone to the bathroom prior.
I did, but then
Okay, just go. I don't have much time left with this camera. The bathroom's right in there. Just go lift the seat over there and go to the bathroom. Then if you're not going to go to the bathroom, go in my car now. Now we're upstairs. As we progress through, there's the downstairs. As we progress upstairs, you're going to notice, again, no physical damage at all. And we're now right above the room where the fire was. Right above the room. And the fire basically started on this wall right below us is where the TV is. And amazing. And there's the fan totally melted. And what they did, they just cut a hole, just punctured a hole through there, and you can kind of tell, really no damage there. The sheetrock insulation's just fine. It's unbelievable how this product can provide the protection in case of a fire, where normally you do not have an hour and 35 minutes to get out of your home if there's a fire. This is one of the children's rooms. As you enter through here, really no physical damage at all. You can see the fans got a little bit hot. And again, here's a hole the fire department punctured through. Again, there's the plywood. No damage at all to the plywood. Insulation looks just as new as it would. All the windows are broken out. And again, this is just how awesome the product is. Walking through the house all the way through. Here's the bathroom for the kids. They also have a little baby. And again, you look into the baby's room. No damage. No physical damage. It didn't get that hot in this area. The fan's fine. Just smoke damage because the air conditioner was running all the time. Here's another room here where you can see the smoke just came through the deal, but there's really no damage in this room at all. Again, an hour and 35 minutes this house burned. This family was on vacation. As I scan across here. Now what I want to do is take it to the attic area of this house. It's going to be awful dark. Borrow this here. Most importantly, I'm right above here, the room where I was. Look at the plywood. Totally, you can never tell that there was a fire here. You can see how hot this attic space got. The material was singed a little bit. And you can even see where we outline where the plywood is. And all the trusses, everything is fine. And you can just kind of scan through here. There's the insulation below the material. Just like new, just like if we actually installed it. I want to scan over here. Now we're above the room. It's just amazing. There's a truss right there. No fire damage at all. If you look at the roof system itself, no damage. Totally fine. I want to scan over here behind the area. This is where remember the fire over here. It's real dark up here, no. But there's the insulation. No, just like new. You'd never tell there was a fire. If we removed our material, you'd never tell there was a fire up here, unless you looked at some of these beams. And right here, it's just dark. Here in this area, the fire basically went straight to the top and went out all the ventilation in this house. Unbelievable. Here's some air ducts. But again, you can, if we look down here, insulation just like new. But again, the material itself, aluminum will this was well over 1,000 degrees, because in order for that material to get wrapped up like that, the polyethylene inside had to melt. But again, the structure of the material still worked in terms of reflecting the fire of the aluminum. And over here, this is again looking at the roof system. Totally fine. Just amazing. Energy Q is the protection every family, every homeowner needs. It will protect you in fire, make your house very comfortable, and save somewhere between 20 to 40% on your bills. And there's the hole that we were in one of the kids' rooms. And if you look at the insulation, just perfectly fine. Look at the trusses, perfectly fine. No structure damage at all. Unbelievable. And again, here we are again, just standing on the plywood, right here where the fire was. Again, you can see the material where we spray painted for all the edges. This is kind of neat. If you look here, there's a plug going into, and if you just go up the cord, you can kind of see as it just, the higher it got, the hotter it got. That's just to tell you how hot the attic is. All the wires were totally melted the higher you got. And again, as we go down this wire, as soon as you get to about right here, the wire pretty much goes to normal, because the majority of the heat was up top. And that's a piece of cardboard in the attic, where normally that would just have been burned. There looks like some more. Oh, I even want to shoot this too. You can edit this stuff out. I thought I saw that. But again, here we are in the attic, right where the fire was just burning. Right above our product, there sits a box, a paper box, with paper inside. Did not even burn. As we move across, there's a vacuum cleaner. Nothing physically wrong. And there is a shirt or a towel sitting on top of the vacuum cleaner. And there's another box, cardboard box, another piece of plastic in the attic area where the fire was. The protection you need, Energy Q Radiant Barrier. And then here's the air duct. Where the silver coating is totally kind of melted away. And here's another piece of air duct going through. Again, there's the insulation below the material, no damage. Fire basically came up through this roof system to the top of the roof. Again, this house burned for 1 hour and 35 minutes, predicted by the fire marshal. Homeowners were on vacation, and no one was here. And the material over here, nothing really wrong with it. Again, looking at the roof system, nothing wrong with the roof. So the conclusion, by applying Energy Q in the attic of your home, I'll do that again. So the conclusion, with the Energy Q radiant barrier applied in your home, it gives you the peace of mind, the protection of a catastrophic fire, giving you ample time for you and your family to gather your belongings and safely escape your home without any fatal damages at all to your family, which is the most important if your house ever catches on fire. Gives you the comfort you so desire, and also saves on your electric bill. With the Class 1, Class A fire rating of the product, it is the highest rating you can have in terms of a fire. The protection you need for your home. Energy Q Radiant Barrier, provided by Advanced Technology. Uncommon insulation, providing uncommon results.